Thanks for tuning in to A Better World, where we aim to illustrate that today is the greatest time to be alive and show the progress we're making as a civilization. I'm your host, Luis Acevedo, and in today's episode, we'll be covering a blog post that I read from the United Nations Development Program, and it is titled, Sowing the Seeds of a Green Revolution. Now, before we dive into the article itself, I did a little background on the country it was covering, background research on the country it was covering because I didn't even know this country existed, like I'm sure most of you don't. And the country's name is Benin, and it's in West Africa. Now, if I'm assuming properly here, I think a lot of us have a negative picture in our minds when we see Africa. We think it's poverty-stricken and will always be, because we see the, commercials saying help, a penny a day will definitely help so-and-so and so on and so forth. I'm sure you guys have all seen those, and they're very heartfelt and depressing to watch because you want to help out these people. So you think, man, they're in a really bad spot. Are they ever going to get better? And typically we think no. But as I was watching a YouTube video about West Africa in particular and getting some more knowledge on it, I found that in 2015, 5 out of the 10 countries that had the most GDP growth were in Africa. So half of the countries with the most GDP growth were in Africa in 2015. And Benin is experiencing good GDP growth as well. It's been consistently rising since 2015. In 2015, it was up 2.1%, and is predicted by 2018, this year, to be up 6%. Not only that, but their deficit is predicted to go down from 2018 to 2019 from 4.1% to 1.9%. So great things are happening in Benin, and great things are happening across Africa as well. Now, a little background on this country, so that way you guys get a bigger picture of what's going on here and what has happened. They were formerly under a communistic regime until 1989, which, in my opinion, probably has a lot to do with their trouble in economic growth and their high youth unemployment rate. Because countries who fall under those kind of ideologies tend to become stagnant over time, and it's kind of hard to bounce back from something like that. And so now, fortunately, they have a stable democratic government, but they do have some issues, like we stated, with the high youth unemployment rate. They're trying to work on accelerating economic growth and address some of the poor living standards that are going on and improving the quality of public services. And so they're trying to do those things by teaming up with the United Nations program. Their government, Benin's government, has teamed up with the United Nations Development Program. And what they did is start this project called Business Promotion Centers, or BPCs. And what their goal is to train young entrepreneurs, and specifically train them to be entrepreneurs in the agriculture field. And the reason they're training them to be entrepreneurs in the agricultural field is because that's where 45 to 55% of their population is employed. Not only that, but it accounts for 25% of their GDP. So they are really reliant on agriculture. And not only that, but it'll help end some of the food insecurities that are going on there and solve issues beyond the food securities, because of the free market allows for people to be innovative and receive reward for being innovative and helping out their society. That's the whole benefit of being or having a capitalistic economic system. And so another reason that they really wanted to start this up is because a lot of their population consists of young people. 15 to 29-year-olds make up about 60% of their population. And 70% of them are underemployed in the agricultural field, and underemployed actually just in general. So this will definitely help them out. Now, they have 9 of these centers across the main cities in Benin. They have trained already more than 100,000 people, and almost half of of those people have already launched small businesses and are about to receive funding for those businesses as well. About 35,000 of them people have, and 7,000 of which are women. So, there you go. You got some of your equality going on there as well. Really great things. And there are actually 2 success stories that come out of this that they shared in the article. And one of them, the person's name is Amos. I can't even begin to pronounce their last name, so not even going to try. But Amos trained 6 months in this program. And after training those 6 months, he was able to launch his first business. And his first business is a soap making business. And it is apparently a big hit in the local market, which is awesome. And he plans on expanding once he receives a loan from a financial institution. And from expanding, he can employ more people, which is a beautiful thing, which will help solve 2 of their issues: the economic growth and the underemployment or unemployment rates of youth. So he can create jobs, make money, and help his country rise in general and add to the GDP. Not only that, but there's another success story, Noel Bowen, and he actually created his own building. He built his own building for his company, and what he does is he creates palm oils, and each week he generates about 2,200 liters of palm oils, and he brings in about $540 in our currency a week. And he also plans to expand. And with his expansion, he can also employ more people. So by them doing these programs, they are helping employ the youth, helping innovate their society so that way they can solve some of the problems that they're still struggling with. And they're helping develop their economy. And they're basically making way for the younger generations to make better of their country, which is a beautiful thing. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's today's topic. I know I definitely learned a lot from it. I hope you guys did too. And like always, if you like what you heard or if you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, share, and let me know if there's anything that you would want me to cover in future articles and future posts. So thank you guys for listening and have a great day.